conduct a big league at bat, then you got to deliver.
Opportunity here. Into right center field. It's a base hit for Ian Happ. Pete Crow. Right field. Dansby scores. Pete Crow Armstrong to second. It's an RBI double. Ian Happ deep down the right field line. Valdez towards the corner. It is gone. Bumped by Ian Happ. Go-ahead three-run jack.
To have a little bit of levity and be able to celebrate together felt good.
Hometown kid got it done last night. Let's see what happens tonight. Cubs an opportunity to split the series here in the Steel City, and plenty of fans here to hopefully see some more runs from the boys in blue. It's a finale between the Chicago Cubs and the Pittsburgh Pirates here at PNC Park. Welcome everybody here on Marquee Sports Network. I'm Alex Cohen. This is Jim DeShays, and Elise Menaker joins us shortly. JD, Cubs won 10-4 yesterday. Ian Happ, hometown kid, drove in 5 big game.
Yeah, if you're looking for somebody to have a big game here in Pittsburgh, why not Ian Happ? He's been so good here over the years, and finally the Cubs able to have that breakthrough game. He got it started with the bases loaded in the first, delivered an RBI, 2 RBI, single to center field, then the key blow, the 3-run blast. Later on in the ball game, he just absolutely wears it out here at PNC Park. 2 out of 6, 1 home run, 5 batted in for Happer here last night. Came at a really good time because they're up against Paul Skeens here today.
All right, Ian Happ and the offense. They scored 10 runs last night, and as you said, JD, a tough task in the big right-hander Paul Skeens.
Yeah, I mean, obviously one of the best in the business. He has been since he got to the big leagues. His first 9 starts, he put up a 1.98 ERA, so awfully tough. Right, 56 punch-outs against just 7 walks, and you're thinking, well, this guy is pretty much unhittable. The Cubs are going to have no chance against him. But here's some good news for you. The last 2 times out, it has not been real pretty for the big right-hander. Check out these numbers. 10 innings pitched, 9 runs, 15 hits allowed. So 2 ways to look at it, right? He's scuffling a little bit, or he's probably not going to have 3 bad ones in a row. You're probably going to have to pitch real well to win this game here tonight.
All right, so it's Paul Skeens against Colin Ray, starting pitcher for the Cubs. We'll talk Colin Ray. We'll talk JD's keys. We'll talk baseball. Cubs-Pirates series finale coming up next. Pittsburgh, it's a beautiful night for a series finale. Cubs-Pirates wrapping up a 4-game set. Alex Cohen, Jim DeShays up here in the booth. And now it's time for our keys to the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealer. JD.
Yeah, 3rd time's a charm. We're talking about 3rd time through the batting order against Paul Skeens. In the past, it hasn't been a problem. This year, still a relatively small sample, but opposing hitters are batting .356. The 3rd time they get a look at the big right-hander. Wrap up Reynolds, Brian Reynolds, the veteran, really good numbers against Colin Ray in his career, 8 out of 19. That's a .421 batting average with a couple of doubles and a couple of home runs. So we'll keep an eye on that matchup. And PCA plus PCA. You know, the results haven't been great lately, but the quality of that bats has been really good. He had 3 rockets here 2 nights ago. Last night worked a 10-pitch walk to set the tone in the first inning. So good days ahead for PCA.
All right, about to get things started here in the Burr. Cubs offense put up 10 runs last night to snap a 10-game losing streak. Can they continue it? We'll find out against Paul Skeens coming up next.
Is your match?
On Marquee Sports Network is brought to you by the Bob Lacurcio Auto Group. You're going to like buying a car this way. By Circus Sports. And by your local Hyundai dealer. Find the dealer nearest you at buyhyundai.com. A picturesque night at PNC Park here in Pittsburgh. Game 4 of 4. Cubs taking on the Pirates. Alex Cohen, Jim DeShays up here in the booth. And for the first time tonight, let's send it down to Elise Menaker, who has more to talk about with Colin Ray. Elise.
Yeah, Alex, you guys highlighted the pitching matchup. So I asked Craig Counsell, what does Colin Ray need to do when you know you're going up against a guy like Paul Skeens? He said, Colin Ray, just be himself, make pitches, be on the attack, throw strikes. He said, you can't throw something into the mix that you don't have control over, i.e. Paul Skeens. What he does have control over, how he attacks this lineup. So he said there's really 2 pockets to manage. You got the lefties at the top, the righties at the bottom. So against those lefties, working that change, against the righties, command of that fastball will be important, and working the sweeper slider. So you just, highlighted it, JD, off the top, that you're probably looking at, you're going to need some good pitching to give your offense a chance.
Yeah, no, you're spot on. It's those guys at the top. Horwitz and Lowe have both been swinging the bats really well. They're both left-handed sticks. And then Reynolds, the switch hitter, usually better from the right side, but as we noted, he's been really good against Colin in his career. So right from the get-go, that top of the order could be a little bit of an issue for Colin.
So Paul Skeens takes the mound. Skeens 6-4 this year, and you look at his start to his big league career, JD, and it doesn't really get much better than this.
No, he's just obviously a super talented kid, big, strong guy, throws hard, has all kinds of different pitches. So that's the thing, you know, he's a power guy, but he's also funky, gives you a real low arm slot, a whole lot to consider for opposing hitters. 2.13 career ERA now through 66 big league starts. Check out that walk rate, lowest in MLB. And well better than league average. His velo is down a little bit from when he first came into the league, and I think that's partially, if not primarily, by design, just trying to back off a little bit instead of that max effort 101 all the time. Well, here's a kind of a fun, funky little factoid, and it's just weird, right? This is just kind of a weird thing. In day games, opposing hitters are hitting 308. And he's allowed 18 earned runs in 24 2/3. In night games, he's got an ERA of about .05, 35 1/3 innings, just 2 runs allowed. Do I believe in that? Do I think it matters? No, I think that's going to neutralize. If he makes enough starts in the daytime, he's going to end up with a very low daytime ERA as well, because he's Paul Skeens and he's really good.
Well, it's a night game for Paul Skeens, and here's the lineup that he'll see for the Cubs. Pete Crow Armstrong leading off, followed by Nico Horner, had 2 hits yesterday, and then Michael Busch hits third. Middle of the order, third baseman Alex Bregman riding a 7-game hitting streak, 6 hits this series, hits 4th. Ian Happ with 5 runs batted in yesterday, 5th, and Seiya Suzuki hits 6th. 7, 8, 9, DH Moises Ballesteros hits 7th. Catcher Miguel Amaya hitting 8th. And Dansby Swanson, the shortstop, had 2 hits yesterday, scored 2 runs. He rounds out the Cubs order and hits 9th. Look at the Cubs. Coming into today's game, 30-26, the second team in the National League Central to 30 wins.
They're riding a 1-game winning streak.
Right. I did the same exact thing yesterday as I did today. Just got to do what we can do to help the ball club. Paul Skeens against Pete Crow Armstrong. The first pitch. Cued foul. Count 0-1, and we are underway here from Pittsburgh.
Pete offered at the first pitch in last night's game, fouled it off, and then proceeded to have a 10-pitch plate appearance in which he drew a walk and came around to score the first run of the game. Gonzalez at third is shortened up in case there's a little push bunt. I would think Paul Skeens would be very difficult to bunt against. So he works from the first base side of the rubber. He's a moose of a man, big kid, 6'6", 260. A little bit of a crossfire delivery from a low 3/4 slot.
Swing and a miss. We were trying to think pregame of the body comps for Paul Skeens in big league history for pitchers. We couldn't really come up with one.
No, we'd probably have a better chance coming up with tight ends and football players than major league pitchers.
One, 2. Good take.
Leaning heavily on that changeup here.
Two. Sky left field, turning foul. And now it bounces out of play. Pete yesterday, 1 for 5, a walk, a double, a run batted in. A double hit it to right field, just narrowly missed his 7th home run of the season.
Oh, that was just an absolute laser. The ball hard 3 times the night before.
It's a called third strike, 99.
10-pitch walk tonight, 99 at the knees for Skeens to get started here. Pete might have been hunching on that off-speed pitch again, and you got to take your shots, right? You got to play hunches when you face a guy like this.
We talked about the velo down, and Paul Skeens says, let me dial up a 9-9. Inside to Nico Horner. One up. Swing and a miss.
There's something you almost never see. Nico Horner getting beat in the strike zone by a fastball. It's only happened a handful of times all year, if that. Swings and misses in the zone out of heater for Nico, and there you see the average velo ticking down a little bit. I don't think there's any concern here in Pittsburgh. Again, I think it's mostly by design. I don't know how you do that, how you find a way to take a mile or two off your fastball. But the modern pitcher is very clever, and they have all the technology at their disposal, so perhaps he's found a way to dial it back just a little bit.
The last fastball, 99. Didn't miss that one, but he fouls it back behind home plate. Grounds it to short. Jared Triolo with a long throw to first, and it gets Nico Horner. Jared Triolo gets the start at short. Connor Griffin not in the lineup. Young phenom for the Pirates via Noah Hiles on Twitter, one of the beat writers for the Pirates. Evaluated for a minor forearm strain, underwent some testing, mostly out of precaution. Told he's currently day-to-day.
You don't really lose anything defensively with Triolo out there. He's really good. Obviously not the, I shouldn't say obviously, but not the offensive profile that the kid Griffin gives him.
Michael Busch last night on base 4 times. RBI single, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch. Swing and a miss.
Take a look at Skeen's first inning, a 7.59 ERA, 9 earned runs allowed. A lot of those coming in his very first start against the Mets. And O'Neill Cruz misplayed a ball or two in center field.
Wave and a miss, strike 3. Paul Skeens. 1-2-3 inning with the pair of Ks. Go to the bottom of the first. No score. Pittsburgh, no score. Cubs, Pirates, bottom half of the first. Time for the Pirates lineup, and it's brought to you by Horwitz, Lau, Reynolds, 1-2-3, Cruz, Garcia, Mangum, 4-5-6, Gonzalez, Triolo, Davis, 7-8-9.
Well, here comes the big righty Colin Ray. He went a season high 7 innings Saturday against the Astros. Ground ball rate is up significantly over last year, and he gets swings and misses on his split change and his slider. And this Pirate team, they hit the ball on the ground a lot. So could be a busy day for the infielders here with Collins' ground ball rate and profile of these bucko hitters.
It's pop up fouling out of play. Look at the top of this Pirates order. Horwitz, Lau, and Reynolds so far this series 16 for 33. Horwitz 5 for 10.
Yeah, and the Pirates have been significantly better against right-handed pitching than left. And those 3 guys, 2 guys at the top for sure, a big part of it. Changeup becomes a very good weapon for Colin against the lefties. Gets great downward movement on it. And it's a pitch that'll get hit on the ground a bunch. And here it comes. It's in front a little bit, over the top.
The pitch. Grounder right back to Ray. Goes to first. Bush steps on first, one out.
Well, Colin Ray has been a very valuable guy for the Cubs since the beginning of last year. He's pitched more innings than anybody on the staff, despite the fact that he wasn't supposed to be a starter either year. He was started the year in the bullpen, but injuries both last year and this have forced him into the rotation, and done a real nice job.
His last outing against Houston went 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, gave up 2 runs in the first, and then just 1 run through his final 6. Now takes a strike on a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. Blau a 3-run home run yesterday. Leads a team with 14 round trippers. Last 12 games, he hit 4 of them. Called strike.
Nice job with that backdoor slider. Looked like they were trying to go in under the hands. Didn't hit a spot, but still able to even up the count here on Lau.
Two. That goes flying. Ball goes nowhere.
It's going to be foul ball. I thought that's what the home plate umpire Dan Bellino was signifying. That he got a piece and then wasn't caught cleanly.
Oh, shoot. That bat had some sliding action to it, too. Curled.
Throw him another one.
Over the heater upstairs.
I understand their thinking, because Lau, probably after being fooled so badly on that change, it might have been punching for it. But sometimes the hitter just doesn't see it.
Got fooled there. Colin Ray last season against the Pirates. Pretty good in 3 starts. Sub-3 ERA. Opponents hitting under 200 against him. 2 up, 2 down to the first. Line drive, left field, Happen, dives, he can't get it. Gets past him and goes all the way to the wall. Brian Reynolds, a wide turn around second. His 4th double of the series.
And Reynolds continues his good work against Colin Ray. 9 out of 20 now against Colin. First pitch swinging, just carves this one the other way. Ian Happ caught in between, decides to go for it. Once he's that close, even if he doesn't leave his feet, there's a chance this ball is going to kick away from him and be 2 bases anyway. Good hustle to get it back in and keep Reynolds at second anyway.
So here's Neil Cruz. 11 homers, 35 runs batted in. 11 for 22 against the Cubs this season. Check swing, did not go. It's low. Cruz yesterday a rare 0 for 4. Did have a hard hit ball to right. Nice catch made by Seiya Suzuki. Ray falls behind 3-0.
Doesn't want to give in with a base open. When you're up against a guy like Paul Skeens, there's a temptation to think, man, every run is so precious. I got to be very careful in these RBI situations. The downside, the risk of that, of course, is you put guys on, you're setting them up for a potential big inning.
Cruz a 4-pitch walk. So now 2 on, 2 out for the right-hand hitting Joe Stinson Garcia. Called strike. Should I put you on the spot? Try to spell Joe Stinson, JD? We don't have a lineup in front of us, so.
Yeah.
There's an X in there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's TXSON. His nickname is Password. Maya's going to challenge here.
The ball, the catcher is challenged.
So Miguel Amaya challenges. ABS is powered by T-Mobile.
Pitch is a strike. Chicago retains.
Good boy, Miggy.
A correct first inning challenge. How's that back at the screen? All right, JD, here's the help for the spelling bee. JHOSTYNXON. Good luck.
Yeah, he's the password. Mark Chipsinski, the Scrabble, and Doug Goosh was iChart back in the day.
But up at 0-2.
Problem for Colin Ray has been left-handed hitters. Righties he has neutralized quite well. They hit just 205 against him.
And he neutralizes Joe Stinson Garcia. Strikes him out. Quarter tap, gets a free drink. 2 Ks. 0-0. Top 2 here in Pittsburgh. 0-0. Look at that head of hair.
That is glorious.
I am so jealous. Must be nice. Bregman takes a strike. Bregman's 7-game hitting streak back to back multi-hit games. Skeens gets him out in front there.
Yeah, I'll expect to see a lot of breaking stuff to Bregman. The Cubs as a team have been seeing a ton of spin here lately. Skeens is one of those guys you watch and you think, well, that guy throws 100 miles an hour. Why does he throw his breaking ball as much as he does? Well, because it's really good and it's hard to hit.
In the air, slicing down the left field line.
It would be really audacious to try to second guess Skeens' pitch selection, given what he has done so far in his young career. Twice an All-Star already, both years in the league. Cy Young Award winner last year.
This is away to Bregman. One-two pitch. Wave and a miss, strike 3. All right, so about last night, ended an 8-game streak of opponents scoring first 5 or 16 with runners in scoring position. That is more hits than in the last previous 8 games combined. There's multi-home run games since May 17th, 5 extra base hits, and the second time in the last 37 games scoring 10 or more runs. And a big reason why? Ian Happ. Speaking of 4-4 game in the 7th. Ian Happ says, see ya. 7-4 lead at that point. Ian pumped. Cubs score 6 in the 7th and win 10-4. Chopper foul. For Happ, it was his third 5 RBI game of his career. Did it in 2024, 2018 as well. Swing and a miss. Two from Skeens. Wave and a miss, strike 3.
Talk about slowing you down, speeding you up. Swing and miss at the 90-mile-an-hour changeup, and then goes 98-mile-an-hour with the fastball to beat him. And this guy is a handful. League bats 185 against Paul Skeens. That's the third lowest batting average against among all qualifiers, behind Mizorowski and Sale. Left-handed hitters do not present much of a challenge. They're hitting just $174 against him.
Each side to Saya. Skeens, 5 batters face, 4 strikeouts and a ground out. Saya 1 for 5 yesterday. Takes that upstairs. Hit a home run against Skeens last season. It's here at PNC Park. Three balls and no strikes.
Really curious to see what this 3-0 pitch is.
It was a 97-mile-per-hour fastball.
Took a little off to make sure he could find the zone, and I think in that situation, and I don't know where Saya's head was, but I think go ahead, be ready to go, be ready to attack. No guarantee you're going to get another heater.
He did.
Take a swing at the first one, perhaps you're a little better timed up to catch the next one.
So from 3-0 to 3-2. Three-two pitch from Skeens. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Paul Skeens strikes out the Cubs in order in the 2nd.
Of the 2nd here at PNC Park, the score is still 0-0. Colin on the mound, and a lot of the work these guys put in, we don't get to see it, and it starts in the offseason. Colin Ray, no exception. The past couple of years, he's worked out at Mitch Keller's new facility. It really got completed in the last couple of years, so he's been driving from Cascade, Iowa to Cedar Rapids, where the facility is, and Colin very complimentary of it, just saying how fantastic it is. 140 feet long. There's like a big turf area, 80, 90 feet wide. There's a mound, all the technology, TrackMan, Hydrotronic, a golf simulator, a recovery room. And I asked Mitch Keller, I caught up with him quickly before the game, just, what can you tell us about Colin that we don't get to see? Well, I guess we see this part. He is very carefree, but Keller definitely lit up when I said I was going to ask about him. As for the competitor that Colin is, because I feel like that gets lost because he is such a carefree guy. He says, all right, so Keaton Wynn, he's a pitcher with the Giants. Both guys work out at the facility. They both have splitters, so they have competitions with their splitters. They have competitions for how hard they can throw their fastballs. So, just this is guys in the Iowa area from Iowa that are working out together and making most of, now it sounds like a really new, nice facility for Mitch Keller.
Good story, Elise. Nice 48-mile drive from Cascade, Iowa to Cedar Rapids.
What was the nickname that Quentin Berry had for Colin? Like 29B or something? Like if you put him in the back row in the middle seat of an airplane of a commercial flight and he wouldn't be bothered, he just, okay, I'll roll with it.
Grounded to first, underhand array, and it retires Mangum. Oh, look at this on the hot dog night.
Really? My people, they get me. And look at no ketchup. Or does that one? No, there's no ketchup.
No ketchup.
Right.
Yeah, it's a $1 hot dog night here at the ballpark, and that group has now consumed 15. But there's like,
there's more.
7 of them.
They got more than that in them.
They're just getting started.
Get out to center. And Petro Armstrong makes the catch. Yeah, Elise Menaker, I think you wear it better.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, but you hate my raincoat. Noted.
I like her hot dog costume. So we're 1 for 2.
You know what? I'll take the wins when I can
Right?
get 'em.
That's a 500 batting average right there.
I don't hate my rain jacket, for the record. You
I don't hate your rain
Okay,
jacket either.
all
I just
right.
like the hot dog
I
costume
didn't hate
better.
the hot dog costume either.
Yeah, and that could cover you for rain. One up. JD, as a fan, have you been to a Dollar Dog Night?
I have not.
How many do you think you could put back?
2. I feel like I could do 2 comfortably.
I have tried.
There's a thing, right? People that like eat 9 hot dogs, drink 9 beers.
Yeah, it's a
some kind of challenge.
9 for 9 for 9 challenge.
Yeah, don't do that.
I think you should try everything once.
Just don't drive.
You know, there's some ballparks, lower levels, that have not only Dollar Dog Night, they have 10-cent Dog Night. A lot of hot dogs consumed. Called strike.
How many did you? What have you maxed out at?
So, funny story. Not so funny story. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and we'll talk about said story in the 3rd inning. Come on, guys, eat some hot dogs.
Yes! Who wore it better? Me.
Elise wore it better. Live odds brought to you by Bet365, where winning is everything. Six up, 6 down thus far for Paul Skeens. First pitch misses upstairs. JD to put a bow on the hot dog
tell me about the hot
conversation.
dog.
Yeah, true cliffhanger here. Lucky number 7.
7 dogs?
7 dogs in a game that I broadcasted. 7th inning stretch. I waved the white flag.
Oh, you were working that game.
I was. It was a really poor decision.
How'd that night go?
Not
Sleep
great.
all right?
Not great. My Oura ring was
Whoop, whoop,
error. Yeah, it was bad. I say try everything once. I wouldn't recommend trying that. Paul Skeens, strikeout, ground out, strikeout, 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 strikeout so far. And another strikeout.
This is reminiscent of Paul Skeens we saw back at Wrigley when he made his second big league start. He made his debut here against the Cubs in 24, and then his next start was at Wrigley, and he went 6 no-hit innings and struck out 11.
First pitch. Baia floats it down the right field line. Long run, it's foul. Mangum gave chase.
You know, there's that old adage that momentum in baseball is tomorrow night's starting pitcher, and we're seeing a good example of it here. The Cubs have that breakout game last night, and could understand that people would be optimistic. Okay, here they go. But when you're up against a dude like this, no such thing as momentum. That's momentum right there. That 6'6" fireballer.
Good take. Amaya started game 1 this series. 0 for 2 with a walk. Pop up behind home plate. Just below the second deck. Lowest ERA in the ALNL since 1913. Minimum 65 starts. It's Paul Skeens. 2-1-3. The only active player.
Yeah, and all those other guys are in the way back machine. So basically a bunch of dead ball era pitchers when run scoring was, the run scoring environment was very, very low. And then Paul Skeens.
It takes it outside. By hitting .234 this season, 3 homers, 352 on base. Swings and misses, strike 3.
This is the all-new 2026 Nissan Sentra. With the most standard features of any sedan in its class, it means you can have your cake and drive it too. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Now get a low $274 per month lease on Sentra.
8 up, 8 down, 7 Ks for Paul Skeens.
Not surprisingly, the one guy who put him in play was Nico, who grounded to short his time at the plate.
Take it away. Swanson yesterday 2 for 4. Single, double, 2 runs scored. Dansby's had some success against Paul Skeens. He also hit a homer against him here last season. Here's a home run from May 1st, 2025. The first of 3 home runs hit against Paul Skeens that day. Just got out. The Cubs get their first base runner. 2-out walk for Dansby.
Well, here we go. Second time through. Let's see if PCA can get a little something going here. Contemplate the running game against a guy like Skeens. It's tough. It's very difficult to string a bunch of hits together against him. So with that in mind, running seems like a good idea. The other piece of the equation is how risky do you want to be on the bases when you finally get somebody on there against him.
Pop up from Pete towards the third base dugout and into the seats.
This season there's only been 1 attempted stolen base with Skeens on the mound. That's a little bit surprising. It was unsuccessful. He profiles as a guy you should be able to run against, a big right-hander.
One from Skeens. A loop Deeper, shallow left field. Triolo slides. He can't get it. Pete heading to second. He dives, and he's out. Pete thinks he did the Javi Baez swing. Or should be the Javi Baez slide. Thought he got in. Dansby crossed home plate. Let's keep an eye on this. Nope. So Pete Crow Armstrong. That's close. Bottom three here in Pittsburgh. Cubs nothing, Pirates nothing. Pete Crow Armstrong at the first hit of the game for the Cubs. They got thrown out trying to extend it into a double. Reed Davis swears to bunt, pulls back at a strike. Fly ball, left side, up by Bregman.
Let's go back and take a look at this play at second base with PCA. Dansby was initially going to stop at third base, but as the throw comes into second, he heads home. So if PCA is safe here, Cubs had a run on the board. So if the video room thought there was any chance that he was going to be safe, they would have taken a second look. But it looked like the tag was applied to that left hand just before the right hand got to the base. I don't say that with any sense of strong conviction, but I'm guessing that's what they saw in the video room.
Let's ground out first at bat. It's been a couple close plays like that. Cubs haven't challenged. There was a play this series. Runner at third. It was Ian Happ sliding into third. If I'm jogging my memory correctly.
There was a play on Ian at third base.
Ball out of play. Two balls, two strikes to Spencer Horwitz. Tapper foul. Some news in the Pirates organization. Jared Jones expected to come back to the Pirates starting rotation. Probable starter for tomorrow.
Adding in another 98-mile-an-hour fastball to the stable. The hardest throwing staff in all of baseball. Jones is right there with him. It'll move Carmen Mlodzinski to the bullpen.
Mlodzinski started game one against the Cubs. And Spencer Horwitz, a one-out walk.
Cub fans, visit Cubs Trending inside the Marquee Sports app for all the top highlights, interviews, and must-watch moments all season long, presented by Jeff Vukovich, your local nationwide insurance agent. Visit jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. $1 hot dog night here in Pittsburgh. So everybody's donning their hot dog costume.
Brandon Lau hit by a pitch.
Yanked that slider. Early, but a very big situation now for Colin, with Reynolds up there who's had his number, a couple guys on base. And Paul Skeens giving every indication that he's not going to give up much here tonight.
Reynolds a double on his first at bat. And out to left center field. Happ into the gap, makes the catch. So they retire Reynolds. 2 outs, but now O'Neill Cruz up.
Last time Cruz was up there, Reynolds was on second base. Colin looked like he just pitched around and put him on to face the rookie Garcia. Struck him out to end the inning. Doesn't have that opportunity here with first and second base occupied.
First pitch. Fly ball deep to left field. Happ spins around shy of the track, makes the catch. Nice job, Colin Ray. First and second, 1 out, strands them both. We are scoreless after 3 here in Pittsburgh. You're watching Cubs baseball here at Marquee Sports Network.
Chicago Cubs.
Top of the 4th and still no runs on the board. Nico Horner is leading off here. And, you know, something that he has, I should say, maybe encouraged in some of his teammates, the timeout at the plate. What do I mean by that? Well, he's not taking them with 2 strikes, which is an approach that we see so often with 2 hitters. That's not to say he never does it, but it's something that he just started to do, kind of said just subconsciously this year, and there we go, right on cue. Thank you, Nico. And funny enough, when I asked Dustin Kelly about it, he said at first his teammates were kind of laughing at him about it because they're like, what's he doing? And then who's taking it on? Michael Conforto. That was actually the hitter I noticed it in first. Then he said he started seeing Nico do it, and then it made him think. And I was like, well, what is it about less than 2 strikes that you want to take it? It's about taking control of the at-bat, the timing. Conforto was saying you're in such crucial counts like this for Nico, 0-2. You know, that sometimes the at-bat before the 2 strikes, it can speed up on you. So he says, you know, you don't have many tools outside of your approach at the plate, but that is one that you have, the timeout. So just using it is Nico. Grounds out shortstop there. That is one of the tools in your back pocket that you can use. So I just thought it was really interesting. And actually, guys, I thought it made a lot of sense when you hear them describe it, that it, you know, it's just maybe not this automatic, I have 2 strikes, I'm going to take the timeout. You know, like sometimes the at-bat, like Conforto was saying, can speed up on you. And by the time you get to 2 strikes, or maybe you don't even get to 2 strikes, you don't get to use it.
If you don't use it, you lose it, Elise. It's a good time for Bushy. Especially when you got a pitcher that is rolling along like Skeens, just to maybe upset his rhythm a little bit. Perhaps I'm grasping at straws, but loves that changeup to the lefties.
One. Check swing. Did not go around. Tyler Callahan just called up today.
Fresh into the ball game. Nick Gonzalez out of the game. I'm not sure what's going on with Gonzalez.
Callahan brought up Esmeralyn Valdez. Saw it a home run in game 1 this series.
Well, with Connor Griffin being day-to-day now with the forearm strain, they probably felt like they needed a player who could play the infield, and Callahan fits the bill.
Valdez hit the home run in game 2 this series. Connor Griffin day-to-day, and now Nick Gonzalez out of the game. Callahan needed. Check swing, Bush did not go around, and Michael Bush with a 1-out walk.
It's interesting how that works, right? The injury to one player impacts another guy. Who, Valdez getting the opportunity to play at the big leagues. He's had a couple big swings for them already, but with the need for an infielder now, Valdez is the odd man out. It's called hang with him.
Bregman takes a strike. One thing that the Cubs have done, they've drawn walks against Paul Skeens. 2 today. He only had 9 all season coming into tonight's outing. Dating back to last season, walk rate high.
Yeah, well, that's in the DNA of a lot of these Cubs hitters. They're patient hitters. They'll take their walks. They'll work deep counts, and all of those things could add up to a little bit shorter outing for a guy like Skeens, even though he appears to have his A game here tonight.
Bregman chops it foul. Skeens last season against the Cubs, 3 starts, 9 walks. 4-3-2. And 2 tonight. One, 2. Back to first. Bush dives in safely. The pitch. Another foul ball.
Slider was the strikeout pitch to Bregman last time, or sweeper. It was, strike the ball off the plate. That one stayed inner half. That pitch is gettable.
Another 2-2. Line foul. Got a piece of that.
Another inside sweeper. I don't think he means to leave those sweepers on the inner half to Bregman. 2 in a row he's gotten away with.
Skeens fires. In the air, center field. Neil Cruz makes the catch. All right, it's time for the Old Spice Fresh Stats. Ian Happ likes hitting at PNC Park. Breaking news entering today. Hitting 300, 8 homers, 41 runs driven in. Slugging percentage over 5. OPS just south of 1,000. Active 40-game on-base streak. That's a PNC Park record.
It is the longest such streak for any active player in any ballpark. So 8 batters into this game, Skeens had struck out 7 Cubs. Since then he has not struck out a man. So to that end, a step in the right direction. Working a couple of walks, starting to make a little contact.
With the walks comes running up Paul Skeens' pitch count. 3 2/3 innings, 66 pitches.
He looks a little out of sorts right now, doesn't he?
Does.
He called Davis out to the mound. It looks like he's a little angry about something.
Well, that's a conversation between #1 overall picks. Davis a couple years before Skeens. Davis out of Louisville. Skeens out of LSU. Open bat hits off of Skeens. He goes back. He bare hands, no throw.
Turns to Triolo and said, "Would you have had that?" And the answer is yes. As a general rule of thumb, if you're a pitcher and there's a comebacker that you feel like you have to play with your bare hand, absolutely leave it alone. If you can glove it comfortably, go ahead and make a play. But there's always a middle infielder up there. You watch any baseball games, there's always somebody pinching up the middle of the diamond.
Saya takes a strike. It's a single for Happ. And the on-base streak at PNC Park, 41. Line drive, shallow left field. It's a base hit for Seiya Suzuki. Michael Busch rounds third and scores. And the Cubs strike first. Seiya Suzuki, RBI single. 1-0. Cubs lead in the 4th.
Cubs are losing 10 in a row. We were talking about, they've had some games where there's some tough luck, hard hit balls that went for outs. Tonight, just the opposite. Some softies. get a run home because of it, though. Just a little flare here from Suzuki, a little self-inflicted by Skeens, the walk, then the misplay on the comebacker, and the Cubs take advantage.
Ballesteros swings at the first pitch, pops it up right side. Spencer Horwitz, foul ground, makes the catch. Cubs get a 2-out base knock from Seiya Suzuki. They get on the board. They lead 1-0. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Cubs in 15, presented by Feltco, as your morning highlight reel. Tonight's game, catch it tomorrow at 6, 7, or 8 a.m. Or you can stream it anytime on the Marquee app or on YouTube. First pitch is a strike from Colin Ray. If we watch it at 6 a.m. tomorrow, we'll be in St. Louis.
What time are we due to roll into St. Louis?
Too late. Too late. But you know what? We gained an hour.
Good point.
Swing and a miss. Ray struck out Joe Stinson Garcia. Ending the first inning. Runners at first and second, 2 out at that point.
He beat him with a good heater, and he was a little bit behind that last one. That's when he gets a piece of it and fouls it off. So he's starting to catch up, but that's looks like a pretty long swing.
That's taken up and in. Colin Ray came into this game averaging 93.7 miles per hour on the four-seamer, and early on today seeing more 94s and 95s. In fact, average fastball velo 94.3, so a little bit up. Fly ball deep down the right field line, and it's fouling out of play. Two. Another foul ball out of play. Chopper to short. Dansby charges in, throws out a run, and gets Joe Stinson Garcia.
The A's come to town Tuesday. It's June 2nd, a 3-game series. Tickets are still available. You can get yours at Cubs.com/tickets.
The Athletics of West Sacramento. Last time the Cubs saw the Athletics is when their tenure in West Sacramento began. Yeah, you were there during the first home game, correct?
Yes. Yep.
That was a series that Carson Kelly hit for the cycle.
Yeah, Cubs scored
a lot of runs.
Bunch of runs, yeah. It was a good place to hit. But yeah, and the Cubs obviously were really good at the start of last year.
And that was during the funky start to the season where the Cubs went out to Japan, played 2 regular season games, went back to Arizona for 5 days, then played the Diamondbacks in Arizona, and then the West Sacramento A's. A line drive to left field and a base hit for Jake Mangum.
Mangum really worked hard to get that one. Watch the legs. He's down and scoops this one into left. He was a threat to run in his career. 33 steals and 39 tries.
Here's Tyler Callahan. Plays Nick Gonzalez. Being added to the active roster today. Started the season with the Cincinnati Reds. Was traded for hard-throwing righty Kyle Nicholas, a third-round draft pick 2019. And this is his 7th career big league plate appearance.
Always wary of the guy that gets pressed into duty. Since anecdotally, that said player often has a big night. Having said that, I'd rather face this guy than Nick Gonzalez.
Callahan, 49 games at AAA this year, .223 hitter with a .651 OPS. Runners off. Swing and a miss for a strike. Throw to second. That is perfect, and it got him. What a throw from Miguel Amaya.
Now on high alert with Mangum's speed, and boy, you can't do it much better than that. Quick feet, strong throw, right on the money. Slide brought to you by Wisconsin Dells. Playing your getaway at WisDells.com. Look at that. Ball and base runner arrive pretty much simultaneously. Dansby just has to wait, catch it, and let him slide into it. It's a big play in a 1-0 ball game by Amaya.
Three-two. Do it again. Ray fires. And it's ball 4. Tyler Callahan draws a 2-out walk. That caught stealing. Big part of this game. It would have been first and second. 1 out instead. Runner at first, 2 outs. Take it inside. One 0 from Ray. Helmet flies off. All right, let's head it down to Elise Smedeker. Elise.
You know, Alex, before the caught stealing, we saw the pickoff attempt from Colin Ray, and even though he didn't get the runner, something that I've talked about, say with a pitcher like Edward Cabrera, even when you don't get the guy, there's this effort then to keep them one step closer. So perhaps when the base runner that is stealing or just running, you know, for a double play, you can get them in those situations. And if you remember, I said Kyle Tucker helped Colin Ray with his pickoff move. Well, he didn't give me the details, but he said he approached him because Kyle Tucker is just so smart, such a good base runner, that he thought he would ask him. So that's all the details I could get for you.
Thanks so much, Elise. Great throw by Amaya. 4 scoreless for Colin Ray. 1-0 Cubs. Cubs fans enjoying dollar dogs here at PNC Park. 1-0 Cubs lead. Miguel Amaya takes a first pitch. That's just inside. So now 2 balls and no strikes to Amaya. Just a great throw down to second. Caught Jake Mangum stealing. Loop or foul, part of his game for Amaya that's really improved since coming up to the big leagues. Defense, especially arm strength. Back at the screen behind home plate.
Cubs in real nice shape with their catching tandem, Kelly and Amaya. Carson got after that great start last year and then fell off in the second half, and in a big part because, you know, when Amaya got hurt, Kelly had to take on a bigger load of the catching duties, and it's, you know, it's tough to catch a ton of games at the big league level. Wears you out. It's not uncommon to see a catcher's numbers fall off.
Wide drive, foul ball. We looked at Carson Kelly's numbers since joining the Cubs beginning of 2025 last night, and just a really nice tenure. Known for his defensive abilities, but the home runs, 19, on base percentage in the high threes. Two. Shot foul. You talk about the Cubs catching position being in good shape. Miguel Amaya under team control until 2030, or he's a free agent in 2030. Swing and a miss, strike three.
Folks, for a limited time, you can purchase an ALS t-shirt from Obvious Shirts at ivyshop.com. All proceeds benefit Project Main Street, a nonprofit dedicated to assisting those living with ALS. Head over to Ivy Shop now to get yours. Right around the corner, Lou Gehrig Day. I got a great comp. Our good buddy Ryan Dempster chimed in. We were talking about Jeff Juden, Paul Skeens, and we were looking for a good comp. Jeff Juden, big right-hander, pitched in the 90s.
What were his measurements?
According to Baseball Reference, Big Jeff was 6'7", 245.
Okay, pretty close. We looked at one that I came up with, Brad Penny.
Juden debuted with the Astros in '91. He was a first-round pick of the Astros out of high school. My favorite Jeff Juden story is we were in L.A. playing the Dodgers when he first got called to the big leagues. We're getting ready to play the game. We're at BP, and Juden's not at the ballpark yet, and he'd only been in the big leagues a few days. So there was some concern because Jeff, he had some issues, and finally he shows up at the ballpark, and somebody had to call him and get him out of bed. And he comes walking through the stands that are full of people getting ready for the game, and he's carrying a suitcase. I think he had golf clubs with him too, jangling down the steps. Skeens is back into his strikeout mode.
Second of the inning, ninth of the game. Miss.
Here we go, third time through the order. We mentioned this in our keys to the game that Skeens this year has been like every other pitcher in baseball, or just about every other pitcher. He's been vulnerable to that third time through the order. That has not been the case for him in the past, and again, it's still a relatively small sample, so suspect those numbers, the numbers on the bottom line are going to start to move more towards the numbers in the middle in the first line than the other way around.
Check swing from Pete, and he went around. One-two. Pitch number 86 for Paul Skeens. miss, strike 3. Skeens ties a season high, 10 Ks through 5 innings, but the Cubs lead 1-0.
Treat your family and friends tonight at the ballpark with our summer night special. In addition to game tickets, fans purchasing through this offer will receive a beer or bottled water. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com/summer night special.
It has felt like summer here in Pittsburgh all series long. Beautiful night.
Henry Davis hit the game-winning home run here the other night in the 7th inning in that 2-1 Pirate victory.
Davis 4 home runs this season.
Yeah, he hasn't really distinguished himself with the bat in his career. Very good defensive catcher, but that was a big swing, a game-winning swing.
Swing and a miss.
Left knee discomfort for Nick Gonzalez. That's why he's out of the ball game. Going back to a ball he fouled off his leg last night. Must be he felt like he was good enough to play, got the green light, and ultimately realized that he was a no-go. Maybe that's why it took so long for the Pirates to put a lineup out today. Like 15 minutes before game, we still didn't know the lineup.
Yeah, it was fun. It's a called third strike. Nice pitch. Colin Ray strikes out Henry Davis looking.
Really good work by the home plate umpire, Dan Bellino, back there, because you see where Amaya is set up. He missed his target by a wide margin. And Miggy had to reach across the plate to catch it, but Bellino didn't let that impact the call.
Misses away.
I'm just having fun.
Pop up behind home plate. Amaya. 2 outs.
Not smiling now, are you, Spencer?
If you think today was hard, try living one day in this man's life. Liam's had 5 heart surgeries. Let's go, Liam!
One of my best days ever.
Two up, 2 down in the 5th. First pitch to Brandon Lau. Taken low.
Colin Ray standing tall here tonight. Toe-to-toe with Skeens. Has himself a 1-0 lead in the 5th. He'll have a couple hits, a couple of walks, a hit batter. 3 walks, actually. Has not allowed the Pirate to cross home plate, though.
Outside corner called strike. Only run so far. RBI single by Seiya Suzuki in the 4th. Cubs have 3 hits, all 3 of them under 90 miles per hour off the bat.
Trying to stay away from the power of Brandon Lau. He's going to pull one out of here. He's going to have to work hard. Take pitch out away from him and yank it. Now they're going to try to jam him. Get it in there. Didn't. Got away with it.
Brandon Lau, 3-run home run last night against Jamison Tyone. Two from Ray. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Brandon Lau strikes out swinging Colin Ray. 1-2-3 5th. He's thrown 5 scoreless frames. 1-0 Cubs. QR code now. Hurry. Entries close this Sunday. Hey everybody, we have a young broadcaster here, Jim DeShays, Alex Cole. 1-0 Cubs lead in the 6th inning, and Paul Skeens, 10 Ks, but he's given up 1 run.
Yeah, well, you may recall at the beginning of the game, we talked about Skeens coming off 2 rough ones. And so there's 2 ways to look at it. He's scuffling, and maybe the Cubs could take advantage of that, or it's highly unlikely that he's going to scuffle 3 times in a row, because he really never has. And we're getting that version. He's really good, and thank goodness Colin Ray has been really good here tonight as well. And the Cubs a little soft contact, a walk, a flare, and they got themselves a 1-0 lead. And Skeens probably only has 1 more inning in him as that pitch count continues to climb. So even though they haven't really been able to do a lot of damage against them, they've extended some at bats, and in all likelihood we'll get him out of there after this inning.
Oh, 2.
I was going back through Paul Skeens' game logs for his career earlier today, and I don't think he's had 3 consecutive games where he's allowed more than 2 runs, which is just absurd.
He go line out to first. That is pretty absurd. I looked at his game logs from this year just an inning ago because I wanted to see pitch count. Most he's gone in a game this year 102 pitches. He's at 91 right now, but 90 plus in his last 6 consecutive starts.
There's some bugs buzzing around home plate. Michael's waving at. Don't want to be distracted facing this cat.
So again, Paul Skeens, 10 strikeouts. That's the 2nd most for a starting pitcher against the Cubs this season. May 20th, Kyle Harrison struck out 11. Skeens tied with DeGrom and Emmett Sheehan. For Skeens, it's his 5th career 10-plus strikeout game. One other this year against Colorado. And Michael Busch walks for the 2nd time tonight.
Previous pitch is a ball. The catcher has challenged.
And it remains a ball.
Pitch is a ball. Pittsburgh has 1 challenge remaining.
Pirates at this point of the game yesterday, JD, didn't have any challenges, and now they only have 1. Call's confirmed. Bregman takes a strike. One. Jim, I'm looking at the Pirates bullpen, and it is relatively quiet. Granted, it's about 450 feet away.
Yeah, I don't see anybody throwing out there. I think the plan is to get him through this inning.
Round to the 3rd, throw to first. It's low, and Horwitz can't dig it out. Play was moving in slow motion.
Again, Callahan into the game because Gonzalez had to leave due to the knee issue. I'm not sure how much infield this kid has played. He's got very limited big league time. So the throw's a little bit short, but it's a ball that should have been picked by Horwitz. And the Cubs catch a break. Pitching coach for the Pirates is Bill Murphy.
Meeting at the mound.
That was Don Kelly that was out there to check in on his big right-hander.
As error number 34 for the Pirates this season. 2 on, 1 out. Let's take it inside. Pitch number 99 for Skeens. And now there's some action in the Pirates bullpen. Take it inside. Ian Happ, courtesy of Mount Lebanon High School. It's 6.8 miles away. Some of the notable alumni, both Ian Happ and Don Kelly. Mark Cuban as well. Kurt Angle.
Change-ups and splitters so far to Happ.
Tapper foul. Ian yesterday came up big with runners in scoring position. A 2-run single in the first, put the Cubs on the board. And then that tie-breaking 3-run home run in the 7th. Started a 6-run 7th inning. Chopper hit towards second. Triolo fields to first, and it gets away right off the screen. It is 2-0 Cubs on 2 big defensive errors by the Pirates, and it elicits the Boo Birds.
Yeah, some sloppy play here, and it's interesting. Like Skeens, who tried to make that play earlier in the game with the bare hand, decides to leave this one alone, and that doesn't work out for the Pirates either. Insurance runs are brought to you by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and people strategy partner. Triolo couldn't get the handle, had to hurry the throw. Yeah, it looked like he was thinking about possibly trying to make a play there on Bregman.
So Paul Skeens gets a round of applause out after 5 1/3. Pitching change is brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. It is 2-0 Cubs. 2-0 Cubs lead, big spot. Paul Skeens out, runners at first and third, and Mason Montgomery, hard-throwing lefty, gets Seiya Suzuki.
Yeah, our first look at Montgomery in this series. We saw him earlier this year. And this is another guy on this Pirate staff that can light up the radar gun. He can reach triple digits. This is his 22nd appearance. He can punch you out, and it's on the ground a lot when it's in play. That's a very good combination.
Take it away. Seiya, RBI single, put the Cubs on the board in the 4th inning.
That went up on the board as a slider. Didn't do a whole lot of sliding, did it?
Did not.
Cement mixer.
Two one.
Cubs have 4 hits here this evening. They've all been softies, little flare, little roller. But a big loud one, Seiya.
Ground ball, foul ball. Mason Montgomery on the mound, Brandon Lau at second. That is a notable, pretty good trade for the Pittsburgh Pirates. December 19th, 3-team deal. Pirates acquire Jake Mangum, Brandon Lau, and Mason Montgomery. Grounder to short. Triolo field splits the second for 1 over to first. It's close and he's safe. He legged it out. It scores a run. Great hustle by Seiya, and it's 3-0 Cubs.
Pirates are going to contemplate a challenge here, but it looked like Suzuki beat it. Off the bat, it looked like a double play ball for sure, but let's take a little extra time, and Suzuki going hard down the line.
Got out of the box quickly. So Seiya with the second run batted in today. 3-0 Cubs. Got a pinch hitter up. Kevin Alcantara. Swing and a miss. So they bring in Kevin to face the hard-throwing lefty Mason Montgomery. Third big league at bat this season. 99 on the inside corner.
Yeah, not easy when you're not getting regular playing time to come off the bench and have to compete against stuff like this.
Oh, 2. Deep down the right field line, but it twists foul and it goes out of play. Oh, 2. Gets away from Henry Davis and on to second is Seiya.
Initially, Seiya wasn't going to go. When he realized that Davis couldn't find it, off he went. And goes a wild pitch. The blocking piece of it, Davis was good, but the finding it piece, not so much. I know it's around here somewhere.
1-2. Check swing by Alcantara. And it's strike 3. For the Cubs, they get 2 runs. They do it on a hit. Couple errors for the Pirates. 3-0 Cubs lead. That's a lot of hot dogs consumed. Let's carry the 2 here. I think that's 46. Just by him, right? 3-0 Cubs lead.
Well, the guy with the Pirate hat on, he looks like he's done.
Tapped out. Colin Ray, 5 scoreless innings. Worked through some traffic in the first and the third, a little bit in the fourth. Got 5 strikeouts. Corner tap and Cascade on the edge of their seat. They want another free beverage.
Pitch count still in good shape. That's pitch number 80 there for Colin. There's action in the Cub bullpen. It looks like Hobie Milner starting to crank it up.
Reynolds deep to right field. That is way back and to the seats.
And Reynolds sees Colin Ray really, really well. The good news, it comes with nobody on base.
Reynolds home run number 6. First run allowed by Ray. 3-1 game.
11 out of 21 or something like that for Reynolds against Colin. Doubling a home run here tonight. This is the 3rd time he has taken Colin deep.
Cruz takes a strike. Look at Hobie Milner. Saw Hobie 2 nights ago. Comes to the Cubs. 12-1 loss. One delivery. Called strike.
Used to be you come in there against this Pirates club and you get to lead this stage of the game, you feel awfully good about it, but they have a lot more firepower in their lineup than they've had in recent seasons. One of the biggest turnarounds. They were dead last in Major League Baseball in runs scored last year.
Take it inside. Pirates this year, 6 comeback wins. 3 of them when the opponent scores first. Just misses.
Yeah, big man there in the box. O'Neill Cruz at 6'7". His knees are a little higher than the average Bears.
Cruz deep to right field. That'll stay in the yard. Seiya Suzuki makes the catch, 1 out.
Didn't even reach the track. Can of corn. Tuesday, June 2nd, Cubs take on the A's. First pitch, 7:05. It's ALS night. And the first 5,000 early arriving fans in the Budweiser bleachers will receive an End ALS t-shirt presented by Sloan. Fans, be sure to check out Gallagher Way before the game for activities that help promote ALS awareness.
It's called strike. A 1 to Garcia. Would you constitute that O'Neill Cruz fly ball as a deep fly ball or medium depth fly ball? I think we're right on the cusp.
Yeah, we are, yeah.
I said deep fly ball. Now I'm second guessing it.
When he hit it, I thought maybe he got it. I was fooled by it. I thought he hit it better than he did. No, I would go deep fly ball.
All right, we're good. I think the crowd thought he hit it too.
Well, you know, fans tend to get excited right when they see the ball in the air. Especially when you've slugged down 9 hot dogs and a couple beverages.
So you're saying
you lose your perspective a little bit.
Their depth perception's a little off?
Yeah, one of the things we don't anticipate being a problem when you've eaten that many hot dogs, but it can be a thing. Should do be.
Bare hand Nico to first, and he's safe.
Turnabout's fair play. The Pirates get themselves a little soft knock. 45 miles per hour. Think about it, but it looked like he beat it, and they won that challenge. It blows him up, breaks his bat, takes a lot of steam out of that ground ball, and that was the difference maker. Nico opts not to go between the legs this time. If folks have seen that highlight yet, Google it, search it, and then 2 days ago, Nico made a play between the legs.
So Colin Ray out after 5 1/3. Pitching change is brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. Pitching change here for the Cubs in the 6th. Chicago Cubs Baseball Marquee Sports Network is brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. By Prevagen, made for the brain. And by Wintrust, different approach, better results.
Well, Hobie Milner enters the fray, and good things could happen when that happens. 24 appearances, 24 1/3, a 2.59 ERA. Pirates have bounced into more double plays than any team in Major League Baseball. Mangum, over the last couple of seasons, has hit the ball on the ground more than anybody in Major League Baseball.
Builder delivers. Jim, I'm out of shape.
What happened?
Just
so tired from here. Well, the bathroom is way down the hallway here.
Had to go potty, and I sprinted, and might be a little out of breath.
Catch your breath. We'll be good.
Note to self, go to gym.
Mangum's dad played for the Bears for a number of years, John. uncle also played in the NFL, and a grandfather, I believe, played in the AFL. So a lot of football in the Mangum family. Jake went another direction.
1-2 delivery. Bounce it back at the screen. Yeah, it's a pretty athletic family. Jake, the real cast-off, just playing the big leagues.
Set the record for base hits in the SEC when he was in college.
Play. I believe he went to Mississippi State.
I believe that is correct.
It's a pretty good baseball school. Back with the Will Clark days. And
yeah, they've turned out a lot of good players.
This is low.
Clark and Palmeiro and Jeff Brantley were there all at the same time.
Then you have Mangum drafted in 2019. Brett Rooker in 2017. Nate Lowe in 2016. It's a good run. Player foul out of play. We're getting one other. Jonathan Papelbon. Brandon Woodruff as well. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 3-1 Cubs lead, bottom 6. It's a called third strike. Bring him up, sit him down. Hobie Milner strikes out Jake Mangum.
Mangum looked to me, his body language, like he was contemplating a challenge here. Let's see if it would have been well used. No, it would not.
Pirates only have 1 remaining challenge. That brings up the lefty Tyler Callahan. Remember, didn't start today. It's Nick Gonzalez. Came in for Gonzalez, who has knee discomfort. Walk in his first at bat. Swing and a miss. One.
That caught the top of the zone.
Two one. With that throw back to first. Two-one delivery. Called strike. Nice breaking ball from Hobie Milner. Cubs with a win. They split the series. 2-2 delivery. Popped up left side, fouling out of play. Pirates won the first 2 games of this series. Cubs snapped a 10-game skid yesterday, 110-4. Lead 3-1 here tonight. Pirates have only lost 1 series against an NL Central foe this season. They've won 5. They beat the Brewers 2 out of 3. Won 2 series against the Reds, 1 series against the Cubs in Chicago. The only series they've lost is against the Cardinals here. They were swept. 2-2. Popped up. Left side, drifts foul. And out of play. A battle here from Tyler Callahan. Battle about to see its 8th pitch. Milner fires. Hit well out to right center field. Seiya covering a lot of ground. He drops it. 2 collided center. Runner scores. Callahan to second. It's a 3-2 game.
I've said it every night of this series. It's a big ballpark here. A lot of ground to cover in the outfield at PNC Park. That one splits the gap perfectly. Both Suzuki and PCA in hot pursuit. Seiya had the best shot at it. Got leather on it, but couldn't haul it in. Oh, so close. Just like that, a 1-run game, tying run in scoring position. Really good at bat by the youngster Callahan. Don Kelly's hands are somewhat tied in terms of his bench tonight, with Griffin day-to-day with the injury. Gonzalez having to come out early because of the knee from last night. The only guys available really on the bench, and I guess Griffin could pinch run or maybe even pinch hit. He's got Ozuna, who's a DH, and Rodriguez, his other catcher. So he does not have a lot of flexibility. Jacob Webb cranking it up in the Cubs bullpen.
Triolo takes a breaking ball for a strike.
Amazing how often it happens. That guy that's not originally in the lineup, either a late add to the lineup or early game replacement, does something big.
That's a second big league hit. Got another tight one here in Pittsburgh. 1-run game in game 1. 1-run game right now here in game 4. One, two. Two delivery. Hit the short. Dansby gobbles it up. Shuffles, throws the first, ends the bottom of the 6th inning. Pirates tack on 2. Cubs lead 3-2. It's brought to you by Wintrust. Cubs lead 3-2. Colin Ray versus Paul Skeens. Ray 5 1/3 innings. Skeens 5 1/3 innings. Both pitchers give up 4 hits. Ray gives up 2 earned runs. Skeens gives up 3 runs, 1 earned. Skeens strikes out 10. Ray strikes out 5. And the Cubs lead 3-2. Alex Cohen, Jim DeShays here. JD, Colin Ray. Good start here.
Yeah, solid effort again for Colin here tonight. Last time out he went 7 innings, allowed just 3 runs against the Astros. A hard luck loser in that one, but he stood tall here tonight when you knew he had to be good with Skeens going for the Pirates. And it's a good solid effort from Colin Ray. Yet again, this is what we have come to expect.
Cubs lead 3-2. Paul Skeens struck out 10, 5 1/3 innings. Second 10 strikeout game of the season.
Previous pitch is a strike. The batter has challenged.
So Miguel Amaya challenging. And Miguel Amaya gets his second challenge correct of the night. One behind the plate, one at the plate.
Look out, Carson. He's coming for you.
It's inside. JD, I wonder, and we have the numbers for successful challenges for hitters. I was wondering what successful challenges are for hitters who are catchers. They have a better success rate because they see so many pitches.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case.
Three-one. Jam foul. Cubs got a pair of runs in the 6th. RBI fielder's choice Seiya Suzuki. And a run scored on a throwing error. Ground ball, third base side. Callahan picks it up, steps, fires to first, and gets Amaya.
Chicago fans know who the real MVP is of game day grub, cause no one outpizzas the Hut.
One out in the 7th, one-run game. Swanson takes it low. Cubs with 4 hits tonight. None of them hit particularly hard. Swing and a miss. One delivery. Called strike. Montgomery fired. It's a called third strike. Cheese.
And Dansby was hunching on something else, nothing he could do but watch that one go by and hope for the best. Buzzer at the knees.
And there's 100. Man. Jim, I think we use the term electric arm a little loosely sometimes. Mason Montgomery's an electric arm.
Yeah, I mean, 80% of their pitching staff,
I think, would qualify as such. Two one. Ooh,
Third starters have led the way. They have a 3.58 ERA, 6th best in Major League Baseball. The bullpen more middle of the pack-ish. Oh, Henry. It's hardly fair.
Feel for him. Really do. Look out. To the well.
Elise.
Yeah,
right down there.
I'm being told it was very close. I just ducked. So, oh, we're good.
Ball by PCA, throw to first, and it gets beat. Fortunately, Elise Menaker's okay. 3-2, Cubs lead, stretch time. Cubs fans, download the Marquee app so you don't miss a moment of the action this season. Stream live games and shows anytime and anywhere. Scan the QR code now to download the Marquee app, presented by our friends at Miller Lite.
Pitching change is brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. And the veteran left-hander Caleb Thielbar on for the 15th time.
Check swing, Henry Davis didn't go.
Scoreless inning with a strikeout for Caleb last night. 17 pitches to get through that inning.
Swing and a miss.
Pretty big void in the Cubs bullpen there for a while with Caleb on the IL. He's been so good last year and this. Good to have him back.
Into center field. Crow Armstrong back, tracks it down, makes the catch. Bring up Spencer Horwitz. Jim, I just got a text message from Chris Antonacci, and you know, we talked about catchers at the plate having, you know, possibly a better challenge success.
Correct, yes, but not say.
So Notch said catchers are second best when it comes to batter challengers percentage-wise for defensive position. 55% success rate. 1 percentage point below left fielders. 56%. Catchers are tied with shortstops and second basemen.
I'm guessing all those positions, all the positions are going to be in a very tight window, right?
Well, we have 6 within 2 percentage points of each other.
Yeah. So when you look at the Zogby poll, plus or minus 3, the margin of error, the success rate is basically the same regardless of position. Especially because we don't know the context in which these challenges are being made, too. That's the other piece of it. But good work, Notch. Thanks for your research. We should come up with, there should be a stat like dumb challenges. DCs, like first inning, nobody on, nobody out, like second pitch of an at bat.
Success rate of challenges, 5th inning and earlier. Two. Cubs leading 3-2. Up 3-0. Forward steps out of the batter's box. Two delivery.
Good take there by Horwitz, one of the few players in the game who has walked more than he has struck out. He's got a good eye.
Takes ball forward.
Caleb doing a double take, but no challenge coming from Amaya. This one looks like it's just off that outside corner. That's a good pitch, and it's a real good take.
Lau 0 for 2 tonight. Also reached on a hit by pitch.
Cubs, when leading after 7 innings, are 24-0.
Swing and a miss. Lau way out in front. Called strike.
Buckled him.
Do it again. Go with a heater. Staying out of the danger zone for Brandon Lau when low and away there. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strikeout, Caleb Thielbar.
That's the hat trick for Lau here tonight. Third time he has struck out, and I mean, this is just a heater right through the heart of the zone. Just beat him.
It's a big second out. Ryan Reynolds, double and a homer tonight. Check swing, went around. Reynolds so far this series 8 for 15 with a homer and 4 doubles. Oh, 1 delivery. Another check swing did not go around this time.
Did not look like he offered. Let's take another look. We got that right.
Low breaking ball blocked by Amaya.
This is Reynolds' better side. The switch hitter, a 310 batter as a right-handed hitter, 242 from the other side. Block and recover by Amaya prevents an advance.
2-1. This is inside. One misses, ball 4. Horwitz walks, Lau strikes out, Reynolds walks, and now the potential game-tying run at second. Potential go-ahead run at first with O'Neill Cruz up.
Caleb will go to the card, the scouting report on Cruz, as Tommy Hoddevy will come out with his own suggestions. Meanwhile, there's heated action out there in the bullpen as Jacob Webb is back up.
Webb not only with a scoreless inning yesterday, he struck out the side in order.
Well, whatever Tommy had to say, Alex Bregman was in complete agreement with.
All right, here we go. 2 on, 2 out. Caleb Thielbar against O'Neill Cruz. Fires a strike.
He was pretty aggressive, but lays off that first pitch sweeper.
Misses high and away. Did he? Yes, he did. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thielbar delivers. Fly ball left side, fouling out of play.
That's the difference between count leverage there. Ahead in the count. Thielbar able to induce a little bit of a tardy swing there at 93. If that's a 3-1 pitch, Cruz is probably on it. He has to respect that breaking ball with 2 strikes.
1-2 from Thielbar. Taken away. Quarter swing by Cruz.
Caleb had a spike there.
Cubs up by 1. 2 on, 2 out. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch.
Understand him trying to get Chase out of the zone here. He's shown him that breaking ball down a few times, though, and each time the hitter sees it, it becomes a little bit easier to lay off. A lot of hitters, though, once they get full, they kind of play a little psychological game with themselves. Like, now I'm going to get my heater, and then they'll take the bad swing at the breaking ball.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Caleb Thielbar gets O'Neill, Cruz swinging. Strands a pair. 3-2. Cubs lead.
Moment will take you through that O'Neill Cruz at bat, pitch by pitch. Heck of a job here by Thielbar and Amaya. Land the slider to get ahead of him 0-1. Kind of waste a fastball away. Couldn't check up. He wants to drive in runs. There's a couple guys on base. Best pitch he had to hit, he fouled away because he was down in the count. Won't chase. Won't chase. Look, I'm being disciplined. But it's 3-2 and I want to do damage. And I think he's going to challenge me. And of course he didn't. And Caleb Thielbar wins the day.
So Nico Horner starts things off against a new pitcher, Brandon Bidois. Second time we've seen him this series.
Yeah, he's the hard-throwing right-hander from Australia. Anytime he tries the slider at 88 miles per hour. So the rookie on for just the 7th time.
Called strike to Nico.
Good carry on that 98-mile-an-hour four-seamer.
Nico line drive center field. Cruz measures it, makes the catch. That was the second hardest hit ball for the Cubs tonight. 98.6 miles per hour. The perfect temperature, but not the ideal line drive to O'Neill Cruz. The hardest hit ball ended at the 7th. Pete Crow Armstrong, the ground out to first, hit at 100.8 miles per hour. Another hard hit ball from PCA. Bush with a check swing. One delivery. Sky high left field, turning foul, and into the seats. Michael Bush, 2 walks and a hit by pitch yesterday, 2 more walks today. There's the hard hit batted balls tonight. Pirates 6, Cubs 2. Fortunately, that's not the score. 3-2 Cubs lead, top 8. It's a called third strike.
Wish he had a little beef here, but it did catch the corner. No challenge, just a conversation. He would have been justified even though he would have been wrong at this stage of the game. A decision pitch.
Swing and a miss.
It's like the growing on trees he is. These Pirate guys throwing 100 miles an hour. Dubois pitched 4 different minor league teams last year as he blazed his way through the Pirate organization.
Literally and figuratively. Line foul out of play.
61 minor league innings last year. He did not allow a single home run. He only allowed 5 earned runs, had an 0.74 ERA.
Bregman line drive center field, and it's a 2-out single for Alex Bregman. Hit streak 8 games.
We talked about all the spin he's been seeing. Here's another breaking ball. He has to reach for this one, but boy, good hands, huh?
Ian Happ, deep to right field. Magnum watches, bumped by Ian Happ. For the second consecutive night, Ian Happ homers in Pittsburgh. 12th of the year, 2-run shot, 5-2, Cubs lead.
With 2 outs, nobody on. Bregman with a little soft base hit to keep the inning alive, and then Ian Happ wasting no time. First pitch he sees, it jumps all over it. Home run replay brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. Yes, we are in Pittsburgh, and yes, Ian Happ loves a hit here. Happy homecoming.
We'll call it happy, happy, joy, joy. Two hits, a homer, 5 runs driven in yesterday. 2 hits, a homer, and a big 2-run shot tonight. Line drive left field, and Seiya Suzuki singles. The 2-out rally continues for the Cubs here in the 8th.
Hey, let's see what you did yesterday.
They had 4 hits coming into this inning, and now 3 consecutive knocks.
Nico Horner a line out. Michael Busch struck out looking. Bregman single, 2-run home run Happ, and a single for Seiya. And now Michael Conforto up, who had a pinch hit 2-run home run yesterday.
Second time he's had a pinch hit home run this year. He has shown a flair for the dramatic, has Conforto. Kind of a fastball outer third and down a little bit, and he just lifted it out of here.
Five-2 Cubs lead. Talking about the hard hit rate for the Cubs, or lack thereof, in the first 6 innings. Baseball is a funny way of evening up.
The difference between Paul Skeens and a kid making his 8th or 7th big league appearance.
Paul Skeens, 5 1/3 innings, 3 runs, 1 earned, 10 Ks. But in line for the loss. We have some traffic on the Allegheny.
We got the old stern wheeler here at the confluence,
saying, "Come on, Michael, hit me." Called strike.
Oh, that's the good life.
It's a perfect night to do it, too. Not too hot, not too cold. No clouds. A full moon. All 4. So now 4 consecutive reach here for the Cubs.
Paul Skeens has never lost more than 2 consecutive starts. This will be number 3 for him here tonight, barring a rally from his mates.
A loss against the Phillies, a loss against the Blue Jays. The Cubs leading 5-2 in this one. It gets away from Henry Davis. Runners advance. Cubs looking for some insurance runs here in the 8th.
This one spiked. And Davis this time ultimately does find it. He initially couldn't. You can understand why. That thing popped up way up into the air.
Almost got away from him there. Amaya, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. It's taken high. Amaya skies it deep down the left field line. Tail foul and into the seats, out of play. Jim Deshaies lob wedge. That looks fun. It's a stoic Kevin Alcantara. And goes back to the screen behind home plate. Here comes Seiya. He slides in safely. A walk and a wild pitch. It gives the Cubs a 6-2 lead.
Again, 2 outs, nobody on when this started. And Davis just whiffs on this one. Almost like he got crossed up.
Pass ball. Called strike. Looking at the Pirates bullpen, and they just got somebody warming up.
Yeah, I'm sure Don Kelly was hoping not to use much bullpen the rest of the way here tonight. He's got Jared Jones making his season debut tomorrow. Keep as many arms fresh as possible, but Benoit just having a hard time finishing this inning.
Fly ball left field. Stinson Garcia makes the catch, and it ends the top of the 8th. Ian Happ loves hitting in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Give him a key to the city. 2-run homer. Cubs lead 6-2. Cubs lead bottom 8. Caleb Thielbar got a big strikeout to end the 7th, and Trent Thornton in to start the 8th. 9th appearance for Thornton.
Yeah, got a little wiggle room now. 4-run lead for the Cubs as we start the bottom half of the 8th. Trent's 9th appearance, 9 2/3 and a 2.79 ERA. And we got a ball loose out in short center.
How'd it get out there?
I think Elise threw it out there.
Got a good arm.
You got me.
What are you doing, Elise?
Just keeping everyone on their toes.
She almost got hit in the camera well, and she's like, you know what?
There's a mark in the dugout. Oh, how close it was.
How far behind you?
Couple inches over.
And you said you heard it, you didn't see it.
Yeah, I never can see it because I just look down. I just hope for the best.
Right.
Drop my head and hope for the best.
So here, actually.
So that's where you stand.
Right here.
Oh, wow, that is pretty close.
Yeah.
And you just duck.
Oh,
Yeah.
As you said, hope for the best, expect the worst. Chopper to short. Dansby to first. Scoop. One away. Ball to third. Nice backhand, Bregman. That's the diamond, 2 outs.
Sunday, June 7th, the Cubs take on the Giants. First pitch will be at 7:30. The first 10,000 early arriving fans will receive a Wrigley Field replica presented by Wendella Tours and Cruises. Cubs.com/tickets.
I like that a lot.
Meanwhile,
well, Kevin has removed the hat. Tyler Callahan, 2 at-bats. Remember, he entered mid-game for Nick Gonzalez. Pirates just over the last 24 hours dealing with some injuries. Connor Griffin, day-to-day after hitting a home run yesterday, and Nick Gonzalez came out with knee discomfort after being hurt in yesterday's game.
I fouled the ball off his knee last night. So I would imagine he's been up in the training room getting some treatment. Once he left the ball game, they have the Twins coming to town for the weekend.
Two. Rolled over first. It's a foul ball. Twins come here to Pittsburgh. Cubs go to St. Louis. Friday, Saturday, then Sunday night baseball.
Cardinals off today. They were swept in a 3-game series by the Brewers. Series that ended yesterday. We'll roll into St. Louis at the, I don't know, 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Tomorrow it'll be Shota Imanaga for the Cubs. Andre Galante for the Cards.
Ground ball to second. Nico Fields to first. 1-2-3 inning. Trent Thornton.
How far did it fly? Brought to you by American Airlines. Ian Happ leading down the first pitch of the at-bat. Way up there. 403 feet for Happer. Score your next flight at AA.com. Second night in a row, he makes the walk through the gauntlet of love. High fives. Sunflower seeds dumped on his head. All those good things.
It's a jovial Ian Happ. Johan Ramirez. First pitch is a ball. Pete tonight 1 for 4. Got the first hit against Paul Skeens.
Ramirez got roughed around by the Cubs last night. A third of an inning, he allowed 4 runs on 3 hits.
3-0 by Ramirez, and it's a 4-pitch walk for Pete Crow Armstrong. This is what he's doing out of the leadoff spot. Yesterday, 1 for 5, double and a walk. Today, 1 for 4, single and a walk. His walk rate has skyrocketed. First pitch called strike. And I don't mean that in jest. Pete with 22 walks this year. He got to that 22 walk mark in August last season, and he's on pace for over 60.
And his walk rate coming into this game, 9%, which is right at league average. So that does a couple different things for you. One, with his speed, he can turn a walk into a double by swiping it back. The other piece of it is, the more patient he is, the more walks he takes, he's going to see more pitches to hit.
You might say, oh, league average, what's the big deal? That's a seismic leap from the first year and 3/4 of his big league career. Lines it foul. Remember, Pete, 2024 didn't start the season in the big leagues. He started with AAA Iowa. This is just his second season opening up with the Cubs. Again, first 25 games, walk rate below 5. Last 31, walk rate above 12. Nico line drive left field. A single for Nico Horner. Pete speeding towards third. The throw, it's not in time. Nico to second. Man, speed kills. Really does.
And a lack of awareness by Garcia out there in left, who was on the bases too. I mean, it's not like he dogged it, but there wasn't any real urgency. Pete just kind of eases around second base, assesses the situation. Yeah, I can get this.
There's one of the many benefits of him walking. Infield in, second and third, nobody out.
You've seen a lot of pitches tonight. 2 pair strikeouts and walks, and did make its way back to the outside corner.
Pirates have 1 challenge left. Bushy's MO has been seeing a lot of pitches in games this season. We were in what, Texas? It's almost 40 pitches, like 37 or 39. Pop up, shallow left field. Garcia makes the catch. All right, for more on Pete Crow Armstrong, let's send it down to Elise Menaker. Elise.
We've recently seen him in the leadoff spot. So before the game, I asked Craig Counsell if this is the version of Pete that we're getting. Can we continue to see him at the top of the lineup? And he said, that's not really the important part. The important part is we just continue to see Pete get better. So he's showing a lot of good signs, good swing decisions, hitting the ball hard consistently. As this continues, we anticipate then the slug will go back up. So, Craig never really likes to talk lineup construction, but it is a good point that with the younger player, you just want to see this continue and then adding that pop.
Called strike to Bregman. Lineup construction's tough. Does it matter? Does it not? How many wins does it matter? And it's not that much.
No, people tend to obsess about it. Generally, you want your better hitters towards the top of the order because they're going to get more turns.
Inside out ground ball hit to first, throw home. Pete slides and he's out.
He immediately goes to the ears as he sprints to the dugout.
Gives people high fives.
It looked like they're going to go ahead and challenge it. It looked like the ball beat him, but I mean, he's pretty convincing.
Yeah. That'd be a heck of a walk-off challenge.
Chicago is challenging the out call at the plate. Previous play is under review.
You're taking a second look. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours in Northwestern Medicine. Not walking off for the game, but walking off into the dugout. We'll take another look.
Throw is there in plenty of time, but he sneaks in the back door.
Yeah,
he's safe.
safe.
Yes. Love the choreography. Rolling over onto his back, making the safe call.
Call that conviction for a good cause.
Reminiscent of Javi Baez here. Great body control, a little matrix. Yeah, well done.
He's fun to watch, man.
Score the run.
Really is.
Bregman will get an RBI out of it because of that effort from PCA.
If it is ruled that he's safe, it'll be an RBI fielder's choice. Again, initially ruled out at the plate. It has to be convincing. Pete was convincing with his argument. The challenge.
Like they're playing like hold music in the ballpark, like we're on hold.
After review, the ruling on the field is overturned. The runner is safe. Chicago will retain its challenge.
Nicely done, Pete. Now he gets the high fives he's wanted. There we go. Hey guys, earmuffs. He had have two-run home run in his last at-bat. Line drive to second. It's caught by Lau. So Lau makes the catch on Ian Happ with his home run against Ramirez yesterday. And that was a three-run shot in the seventh. Hard hit ball, but right at the second baseman there. There's Pete. 7-2 Cubs lead. Called strike.
And it looks like the plan now is to finish this game with Trent Thornton.
Away.
Remember, hopefully a no drama bottom of the ninth where nobody else has to get up out there in the bullpen.
Ramirez delivers inside.
So with a couple of knocks here tonight, the power has been missing.
His RBI single put the Cubs up 1-0 in the fourth. Tipped it. Seiya doesn't agree. Craig Counsell doesn't agree.
Oh God.
No.
Not even close.
That is not a tip. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
It's frustrating.
But Pete Crow Armstrong enters the gauntlet of love. 7-2, Cubs lead. Fans, make sure after this one you tune into Cubs postgame live with Cole Wright and Ryan Sweeney. They'll have a lot to say and hopefully a bunch of good things. I don't know if the hot dogs are being sold still, but still plenty of hot dog costumes. Dollar Dog Night here at PNC Park. So Trent Thornton's second inning of work. See Jared Triolo with the Pirates down to their final 3 outs. Alex Cohen, Jim Deshaies, Elise Menaker here from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Cubs in the midst of a week on the road. The NL Central. 4 games against Pittsburgh, 3 against St. Louis. Tapper foul behind home plate. All right, JD, I want to review this series for a second.
All right.
First game, Cubs lost 2-1. Second game, Cubs lost 12-1. Craig Counsell gets ejected. Cubs have a 10-game losing streak. It's going to be 11-game or 10-game losing streak on the verge of losing 11 in a row. But they come back yesterday, win 10-4, leading tonight 7-2 in the bottom of the ninth. It's quite an answer.
Well, you know, the narrative going into yesterday's game was, boy, you better win this one because they got Paul Skeens teed up and ready to go tomorrow. So, you know, they took care of job one in winning that game yesterday. And then, you know, they were fortunate the way the ball bounced in their favor here tonight, but they took advantage of those breaks. Colin Ray was good. Bullpen's been solid.
Jared Triolo with a leadoff single. If you're looking for certain moments, certain innings that changed the tide, you can go back to yesterday's game. The 3-run home run for Ian Happ to break a 4-4 tie in the 7th to spark a 6-run 7th inning. That's huge. But I'll go back to the 5th inning last night. 4-4 game. 3rd time around the order for Jamison Tyone. And that's a part of the order that really hit him hard the last time around, but he got through that inning, able to get through 5 and sort of settled everything down.
Well, that was certainly, yeah, 3rd time through the order against that group of hitters that, you know, you wonder, we'll have to talk to Counts about it, where he was in terms of thinking about using a lefty out of the bullpen to deal with that little patch of hitters. But he said J-Mo back out there. They delivered. It was Reynolds got thrown out by Ian Happ trying to stretch a single into a double. That's what ended that inning.
That's hit to short. Swanson fields second. There's one. First, it's a double play. That's been a big difference this series as well. Defense on point and a double play for the Cubs.
This double play is brought to you by Elgin Hyundai, home of the 20-year and 200,000-mile warranty on every new car. Handy little 643. Mentioned earlier that the Pirates lead the big leagues in grounding into double plays. A team that hits the ball on the ground a lot.
So the Pirates down to their final out. Called strike. Hit in the air. Right field and deep. Say a back warning track makes the catch. Cubs win. Series split here at PNC. Cubs lose the first 2. They win the next 2. Final score tonight, Cubs 7, Pirates 2. Nicely done.
Yeah, nice follow-up here tonight after breaking that long losing streak last night. Contributions from a number of different guys. I think for me, the star of the game is Colin Ray going toe-to-toe the way he did against Skeens into the middle innings of this game. That kind of set the table. And the Cubs will head off to St. Louis to deal with the Cardinals for the first time this year.
Cubs 31-28, Pirates 29-28. And the Pirates still looking for their first win at PNC Park, series win at PNC Park against the Cubs since 2022, and they'll have to wait a little bit longer. All right, for Jim DeShays, Elise Menaker, and our entire crew, I'm Alex Cohen. Thanks for watching Chicago Cubs baseball here on Marquee Sports Network. Your final score, the Chicago Cubs 7 and the Pittsburgh Pirates 2. Tomorrow, the Cubs are in St. Louis for a 3-game series. Shota Imanaga against Andre Palante. They are your scheduled starters. Coverage begins at 5 p.m. Central. Up next, Cubs postgame live. Cole Wright, Ryan Sweeney. Cole, take it away.
Well, AC, how about that for a thrilling victory? Only one extra base hit, and that was Happer building some bridges in Pittsburgh. It's what he does.
Hey, that's okay. It's how you play the game, right? And Ian Happ hitting back-to-back home runs on the last 2 days. So great all-around team win and way to bounce back after those first 2 losses and being able to split the series.
Yeah, Happer and the Cubbies doing everything like they do anything. A big-time win. We'll tell you all about it next on Cubs Postgame.